So, one of the barriers we all face when bringing a caregiver into our home is trust. Putting the care of your child or your spouse or your parent in the hands of someone who, for all intents and purposes, is a stranger, well, that's a big step. For some, it can be a leap of faith, especially if you're way too analytic and meticulous like I am. Now, I have to be honest, I'm never really 100% confident all the time that Ben's okay with his caregiver. It gets really close to 100%, but it's never quite there. I mean, how could it? They're not there 24/7 like I am. But do I worry about something bad happening? Definitely not. So is it a question of trust? Sometimes, but because everyone can have a bad day and everyone comes with some baggage. So why do we leave with Ben in the care of others? Well, there's lots of reasons. First of all, he doesn't want me or Jan in his face all the time. He's an adult, right? And no adult wants their parents in their space much of the time. Even if he were younger, he deserves his freedom and independence just as much as anyone. There's no difference there. And second, well, because Jan and I can't do it all the time. It's not good for us physically or emotionally. And as we get older, the body just doesn't respond like it used to, even though I want it to. And there's not much we can do about that. Ben needs people around him to be bringing their best every single day. And if we're exhausted, well, that can't happen. And if nothing else, Jan and I need to continue to develop our relationship. We all need our alone time to go out or get away for a few days, whatever that looks like, whatever that happens to be. Everybody does. Okay, so if it's good for Ben and it's good for us to have a caregiver in our life, well, then what's the issue? Well, in Ben's case, there are many details to know, really intricate details to follow. So not everybody's suited. And since Ben's is nonverbal, well, that just adds another layer of complexity to his care and support. And for families like yours, maybe it's more complex medical needs or behavioral issues. But if you assume you could find someone to meet your needs, how do you get to the point of trusting them to do all the things that they're supposed to do, right? Especially when you're not there, because that's what happens a lot of the time. Well, this is what we've learned on how to get there. Before you make your hire, make sure you do thorough reference checks. In fact, you should ask for 4 references. Now, that may stump some people, but the reality is that every reference an applicant provides will usually only have wonderful things to say about them. So that 4th reference, it can often provide a slightly different perspective. Once you've made the hire and the honeymoon period is over, after usually the first few months, observe your loved one's reaction when your caregiver is around. Watch for any changes in behavior or what they do or say, and get more in tune with how your loved one is, especially if he or she is nonverbal or just shy. Look for sincerity and authenticity in the words your caregiver uses and how they interact with your loved one. Authenticity is the biggest must-have for me. Now, you don't need to be paranoid or suspicious about things, but over time, you'll get good at seeing through any phony words or any phony actions. Install webcams in your home, really good ones that are secure and can be accessed from anywhere. Of course, you got to make sure that your caregiver knows about them and that they're on all the time. Don't be sneaky about it. Webcams are there for their support if they need help, and it can give you the ease just to check in whenever you need to. They're not for spying, but they can allow you to see how things really are at any given time. Check in frequently with your caregiver. Just maintain a daily, regular conversation, whether that's in person or phone or text, whatever works for you. And also have family members stop by occasionally to be a resource to your caregiver. And also as another way to check in on things, that things are okay. Trust isn't automatic. It takes time. But once it's there, you'll feel energized and freer. I can guarantee that. And we can help you bring a great caregiver into your life, one who's authentic and one you can trust. We've developed a formula that shows you step by step how to get there. It's called the Caregiver Support Formula. To learn more about it, just go to csfprogram.com. Or you can send me an email anytime at mike@SoaringFamilies.com. And let's talk about your caregiver needs. That's why we created Soaring Families in the first place. We want to help you be successful and achieve that freedom that you deserve. Take care and keep soaring.